Good morning, this is your Stats Sensei, Mr. Spensei, and we're going to review some confidence interval information. We're not going to run a full confidence interval. We're just going to check the parameter conditions, etc. All right, but we're not even going to write the formula down because this is a new one today. So a publishing company has just published a new college textbook. Before the company decides the price at which to sell a textbook, it wants to know the average price of similar textbooks on the market. The research department at the company took a random sample of 36, so N is 36 textbooks out of a group of over 1,000. The information produced a mean price of 70.5 for this sample with a sample standard deviation of 45.3. All right. So if we were running a confidence interval, we need to define our parameter. So let mu equal the true population mean textbook price. All right. For similar textbooks. For this text, for similar textbooks. We'll go with similar. Because it's not for all textbooks, it's just for the ones that are similar. All right, the next thing, our conditions, random sample. Well, they told us it was a random sample. They said random sample of, what was our random sample? Of 36. And that was given. All right, so we're good. We need to check the N is less than 10%. We do that by going N equals 36. We take that 36 and multiply it by 10. And it's always by 10. We find out it's 360. And that happens to be less than the population size of 1,000. So we're good to go there. 3, normality. Well, they didn't tell us it was normal, but N equals 36. We always compare that to 30. So it's approximately normal by CLT. The next thing it asks us to do is label. So next thing we need to do is label it and list it. So the information produced a mean price of 70.5. So there's our X bar. We know that our sample size is 36. We've talked about that already. And they set a sample standard deviation of 45.33. And a confidence level of 0.90. All right. What it did not ask us to do was write the formula because this is a new formula, but I'm going to go ahead and do that, although I don't expect you to know. It'd be X bar plus or minus T star S divided by the square root of N. All right. And I'm just letting you know that calculating T star is going to be a bit different this time. We're going to have to go second vars inverse T. So inverse T stat test, excuse me, second vars inverse T area. All right, this is where it gets different. We're going to have to go put in parentheses. So we'll put a bracket here, and then we're going to go 1 minus 0.90, that divided by 2. That'll give us our area. And then it asks for our degrees of freedom. And our degrees of freedom happens to be our sample size minus 1 is 36 minus 1. Now, this is going to give us a negative degrees of freedom, but we're okay with that because we'll just make it positive. 1 minus 0.90, close parenthesis, divided by 2. Degrees of freedom, 36 minus 1. And we end up getting negative 1.6895. We're going to go ahead and make our T star equals 1.6895. All right, the next thing is we'd plug all that information in and find our formula. I'm going to find out our interval. So we would go 70.5 0.50 plus or minus 1.6895. S is 4533. And square root of 36. And if we were going to go ahead and run this thing, we'd go stat test, drop all the way down to number 8, which is T interval. And we go ahead and put in 70.50, 45.33, N is 36, and our confidence level is 90. And we end up getting 57.73. So $57.73 to $83.26. That would be our interval. All right. I appreciate you watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you.